Tahniah. Secara langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia, sebuah inisiatif e-didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Secara langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Hai, apa khabar semua? Salam sejahtera dan selamat datang ke Pusat Tuisyen AYU. Pusat Tuisyen percuma yang pertama di Malaysia, bermula percuma dan selama-lamanya percuma. Saya adalah Cikgu Yi yang berperanan sebagai moderator untuk sesi live hari ini. Jadi hari ini kita sedang bersiaran langsung melalui channel Cikgu Yati. Subjek kelas tuition hari ini adalah Perakaunan yang akan disampaikan oleh Cikgu Yati. Jadi sebelum kita mula hari ini, Cikgu ingin memperkenalkan ahli-ahli dalam konti kita. Presenter kita hari ini adalah Cikgu Yati. Hai Cikgu Yati, apa khabar?
Hai, okey baik.
Diikuti dengan control host hari ini adalah Madam Lee. Hai Madam Lee.
Halo semua.
Ya, dan pemerhati kita hari ini adalah Madam Fizi. Halo Madam Fizi.
Hello everybody.
Jadi sebelum kita mulakan sesi pelajaran hari ini, Cikgu ingin mengingatkan para peserta tentang beberapa perkara yang anda perlu ambil perhatian. Yang pertama, sila gunakan gambar profil yang bersesuaian dan tutur bahasa yang sopan di ruangan chat. Dan sila onkan kamera dan mic jikalau anda dipilih untuk naik ke ruang studio bersama dengan presenter. Dan sila tumpukan perhatian terhadap presenter dan hanya menggunakan ruangan chat untuk menjawab soalan atau jika ada soalan yang ingin ditujukan kepada presenter. Dan pada akhir siaran ini, link e-sijil akan diberikan dan anda hanya mempunyai 30 minit sahaja untuk mengisikan maklumat anda. Jadi sila pastikan bahawa nama dan email yang anda gunakan adalah email e-didik, kemudian Jawi dan juga MyGuru ataupun MOE ya untuk mengisikan link sijil tersebut. Pastikan maklumat anda adalah betul kerana tiada pembetulan akan dapat dijalankan selepas ini. Akademik YouTuber akan memberikan kredit kepada pelajar-pelajar. Jadi, cikgu akan umumkan 4 mata sijil dari semasa ke semasa di sepanjang kelas ini. Anda boleh isi dalam borang rekod kredit yang akan dipaparkan pada penghujung kelas ini. Sekarang, cikgu akan perkenalkan presenter kita hari ini dengan lebih mendalam lagi. Nama penuh beliau adalah Cikgu Nohayati binti Ismail. Beliau mengajar di Kolej Matrikulasi Negeri Sembilan dan mata pelajaran yang diajar adalah Perakaunan. Pengalaman mengajar beliau adalah 27 tahun. Dan tajuk yang akan disampaikan oleh Cikgu Yati pada hari ini adalah Incomplete Record Accounting. Jadi sebelum cikgu serahkan kelas ini kepada Cikgu Yati, cikgu akan memberikan digit pertama mata kredit untuk kelas hari ini. Jadi mata kredit digit yang pertama adalah A12. A12. Jadi tanpa membuangkan masa lagi, saya serahkan kelas kita hari ini kepada Cikgu Yati. Dipersilakan Cikgu Yati.
Okey, terima kasih Cikgu Yi as a moderator untuk malam ni for tonight, dan terima kasih juga kepada Madam Fizi sebagai pemerhati dan juga kepada Madam Lee sebagai moderator. So hari ini malam ni bersiaran di channel saya, Cikgu Yati Channel. So Assalamualaikum dan warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera kepada semua pelajar yang dikasihi sekalian. So I just want to introduce myself. Okay, this is my biodata. I'm teaching in College Matrikulasi Negeri 9. So my experience teaching is about 27 years, 15 years in the school and 12 years in the matriculation. So don't forget to visit my channel, Cikgu Yati channel. Okay, this is my teammate for economic and account subject. So this is the collaboration between STPM and matriculation. So this group is led by Madam Fizi. Okay, yang ini is mathematics team led by Teacher Im. So this is also the collaboration between STPM and matriculation. And this is Pra-University for biology and led by Cikgu Faiza. And this is chemistry Pra-U led by Cikgu Shahnun. And this is for physics subject for STPM and matriculation led by Cikgu Rosmaya. And don't forget to visit www.academyyoutuber.com. Okay, today I just like to discuss about topic 11, accounting for incomplete record and single entry. Atau dalam bahasa Melayu ialah perakaunan rekod tak lengkap. Rekod tak lengkap dan juga catatan single, tunggal. Single that means catatan tunggal, not double entry system. Okay, this is the learning objective. So you are able to define the incomplete record and single entry. Maknanya you must know what is the meaning of incomplete record and single entry, and you must know how to calculate profit and loss determination. And the last one, you must able to prepare financial statement. So there are two types of financial statement, penyata keuangan. The first one, you must able to prepare statement of income ataupun penyata pendapatan, and the second one you must able to prepare financial position, penyata kedudukan keuangan. Okay, the first thing you must know what is the meaning of incomplete record. So incomplete record normally happen to small company, small business, because they have no knowledge about accounting. So normally they are not presenting the accounting in terms of double entry system. So that one we call single entry system. Single entry system maknanya catatan tunggal. Rekodnya tak lengkap because they just based on cash book. And cash book that means they just refer to money, receipt or payment. And another one, they akan refer to account receivable and also account payable. So that one is the meaning of incomplete record. The record is single entry system. And they just focus only certain book, that is cash book. And even if there is complete set of books, some of the records may be lost, hilang, destroyed or misplaced. Okay, incomplete record considered as incomplete for several reasons. Ada berapa reason? The first one, the person in charge for keeping financial records had no proper knowledge of accounting or lack of accounting experience to maintain the record. No proper knowledge, that means they don't know how to prepare the account based on accounting, double accounting system. Okay, the second reason, the records have been stolen, lost or destroyed by fire, flood, etc. So that means the company does not have the complete record of the business. Okay, what is the meaning of single entry? Single entry or catatan tunggal is a system of accounting that is a form of bookkeeping in which each of a company's financial transactions are recorded as a single entry in a log. So only one transaction. Only the most simple record may be kept, such as cash disbursement. It means that single entry, they just record in the cash book. The cash book, they just want to record the cash payment, cash receipt, and also checkbook, file of suppliers invoice. That means they have the list of the name of suppliers. Suppliers means that the name of account payable, and the textbook, that means the list of the name for account receivable. So this is the meaning of single entry. They just use a few book, for example, cash book, the name, the book of suppliers, and also the book of debtors. Okay, the third one, a single entry system tracks revenue and expenses, but does not monitor asset, liabilities, or owner's equity. So it means that the small business, they just focus on revenues and expenses because they want to calculate the profit, but they does not consider the asset, liabilities, or owner's equity. So maksudnya the company hanya nak cari untung saja based on revenue and expenses. So you are the accountant, you must help the business, the small business, to prepare the financial statement. Okay, the disadvantages of incomplete record or single entry, the balance, tri-balance cannot be prepared because they are using single entry system. So kalau double entry system, we have to record one debit and another one credit side. So at the end of the period, we can calculate that the debit side equal to the credit side. Okay, the second one, information that relate to assets and liabilities cannot be reliable. So because they are not focused on asset and liabilities, they just focus on revenue and also expenses. So that one is the problem of small business. Okay, true profit or loss cannot be ascertained. So we cannot calculate the actual profit or loss at the certain period. Okay, the comparison of accounting performance with previous years or other firm not possible. So that means we cannot compare the financial statement from previous year with the current year. Cannot compare because they are using single entry system or their records is not complete. And also they cannot compare the financial statement with other firms. So that means the comparison between the same company but from different years, they cannot compare, and also they cannot compare with other firms because they are not using the standard financial statement. Okay, corruption or perjury had to be detected. Okay, it is very difficult to detect any fraud. Okay, you are the accountant. We have to help the business or the small business to calculate profit or loss. So there are two methods. The first one, comparison method, and the second one is analysis method. So you are the accountant, you must help them to calculate the profit at the end of the accounting period. So there are two methods. The first one we call comparison method. Kaedah perbandingan, sebab kita nak tolong the company to calculate the profit. Okay, and the second one ialah analysis method. Kaedah analysis. So you are the accountant, you must help the company to complete their financial statement. So at the end of the period, you should able to calculate profit or loss of that business or that company or that enterprise. Okay. The first one, comparison method, kaedah perbandingan. Okay, so now kita start for the calculation. So this calculation is very important because it includes in the PSPM examination. Okay, Comparison method is the comparing the capital of the business in the beginning of period with its capital at the end of the period. So comparison, perbandingan modal awal dengan modal akhir. What is the motive? The motive is we want to calculate the profit because this one is the small business. We are using ending capital and also beginning capital. Okay, sometimes disebut beginning, sometimes disebut opening. Actually, that is the same meaning. Closing or ending is the same meaning. So, if the closing capital is more than opening capital, it shows a profit for the business. So, you must calculate the profit. But when you want to calculate the profit, you must compare the closing capital or ending capital with the opening capital because this is the small company. They have the information about closing capital and opening capital. But if the closing capital is less than opening capital, the business had a loss. So let's say that you are selling the burger in the first day you have the capital, opening capital with RM 500. That one is the first day of the business. After 5 days of the business, your ending capital is 1,000. The ending of the business. Let's say that you are stopped doing the business at the end after 5 days. So your ending capital is 1,000. So the difference between the closing capital 1,000 with the beginning capital 500, that one we call profit. So you must calculate profit based on closing capital and opening capital. Okay, this is the basic formula. So you need to know the list of assets and the list of liabilities, and you must be able to identify which one is asset and which one is liabilities. So the basic formula based on topic 2, accounting equation. I hope that you still remember accounting equation equals asset equals to liabilities plus owner's equity, but we just focus on capital. So after that, you will get the basic formula. Capital, because we want to focus to capital, equals to asset less liabilities. So normally from the question, they will give you the list of asset and the list of capital in the beginning of the current period, and at the end of the current period, they will also give the list of asset and liabilities. Okay, opening capital. This is the formula. Opening capital maknanya modal awal, aset awal, tolak liabilities awal. So this is one formula. So in the question, they will give you the list of asset and liabilities. So you must identify which one is asset and which one is liabilities. And another formula, you must be able to calculate closing capital, modal akhir. Okay, the formula is closing asset. So you are given the list of closing asset and closing liabilities. So you must able to identify which one is asset and which one is liabilities. Okay, this one, most of this formula refer to topic 2, accounting equation. Okay, now we look at the statement of affairs. The statement of affairs is a financial statement that show the beginning and ending balance of capital. So beginning capital, it means that you must list all the asset minus all the liabilities at the beginning of the year or of the accounting period. Okay, it is a statement to show details of asset, deduct details of liability in order to get capital. So you must identify which one is asset. Normally they will give you more than 3 assets and more than 2 or 3 liabilities. So you must be able to identify which one is asset and which one is liabilities. Okay, this is the format or the statement of affairs as at the certain date. Okay, let's say that you want to calculate opening capital, modal awal. You must be able to list all the asset. Okay, this one, asset, it represent for non-current asset and also current asset. So the asset must be in one group. And you will get the total for asset. That one include non-current asset and current asset. And you must deduct all the liabilities, then you will get one amount. So the total of asset less the total of liability, you must get capital. So you must be able to identify which one is asset and which one is liabilities, especially that relate to prepaid expenses, expense payable. So expense payable must be in the liabilities, accrued revenue, and also prepaid revenue or unearned revenue. Okay. Now, this is the opening. Okay, you want to calculate owner's equity. So opening, okay, this one is the basic formula that you find in financial position. So opening at additional capital at net profit, you will get one total and you must less drawing. Then you will get closing capital. That one is the normal formula that you can find in the financial position. Now, you have to reverse the formula because you want to calculate the profit. So what is the formula? The formula is closing capital add. Okay, this one you must add drawing because you want to reverse the formula in order to calculate profit. Because you are the accountant, you want to help the small business to calculate profit. So what is the formula? The formula is closing capital plus drawing less additional capital and less opening capital, then you will get the profit. Okay, this is one way how to calculate the profit under comparison method. And you are using the comparison method, and this is the basic step that you have to follow. The first one, you must calculate opening capital. The second one, you must calculate closing capital. And the last one, you are using statement of owner's equity to calculate profit or loss. Okay, sometimes you are required to prepare financial position, and this is the list of asset and liabilities based on the ending period. Okay, so financial position ni kita refer the list of asset and liabilities at the end of the accounting period. Okay, this is the first example. So you are given the details of list of asset and liabilities, and this is the beginning of the year and this is the ending of the year. So you are using the comparison method. You must be able to identify which one is asset and which one is liabilities. So this is the list of assets you are required to calculate opening capital. So this is the beginning of asset and liabilities, and this is the ending of asset and liabilities. So the first step, you must calculate the opening capital. But before that, you must look at any additional information. And this is the additional information related to drawing. So when you look at the question, every month, okay, this one refers to every month. Actually, this account, you have to prepare for 1 year. So you must calculate drawing for 1 year. So drawing, there are two types of drawing. The first one, drawing cash, 300. And the second one, drawing goods. So the total for drawing for every month is 400. But you must remember, we have to calculate for 1 year. So 400 times 12, then you will get drawing for 1 year. Times 12, kenapa? Sebab this one, 1 month. Kita kena kira for 1 year. Kita darab 12 months. And the second additional information, it relates to additional capital. So additional capital, we have to deduct from the formula, from the format when you want to calculate profit or loss. So you must remember how to calculate the profit or loss based on the ending capital and also the beginning capital. So you are required to calculate opening and closing capital. So the first one, opening capital, it means that you must refer to the list of assets and liabilities at the beginning of the year. And closing, we must refer to list of assets and liabilities at the end of the year. And you have to calculate profit or loss. So you must prepare the statement of affairs. And the last one, you have to prepare the financial position where you must list all the assets and liabilities at the end of the current year. Okay, this one, the answer for opening capital. So this is the list of assets at the beginning of the year, and you get the total 14,900, and you have to deduct the list of liabilities, but you have only one liability, account payable, and this is the answer for opening capital, that is 9,700. Okay, this is the opening capital. Yeah? You must remember beginning asset less beginning liabilities. Okay, the second one, you must calculate closing capital. So you must identify which one is asset, and this is the list of assets. So the total is 22,850, and you must deduct the liability. We have only one item for liabilities, account payable, and the answer is you have two items, and the answer is asset, total asset less total liabilities, and you will get closing capital 18,600 ringgit. So this is the second step. You have to calculate closing capital, and the third step, you must calculate profit or loss using statement of owner's equity. So since you are required to calculate profit or loss, you must start with closing capital. Then you must add drawing. And you must remember drawing 400 represent for 1 month. So you have to multiply with 12 months, and the answer is 4,800. Then less additional capital and opening capital. Then you get the total 12,200.
Boleh tak kita rehat sebentar dan memberi laluan kepada iklan Ayu?
Alright.
Sebelum kita jalankan iklan, Cikgu ambil kesempatan ini untuk mengumumkan mata kredit yang kedua, ya, iaitu kosong. Mata kredit yang seterusnya ialah kosong. Okey, terima kasih. Kita akan memberi laluan kepada iklan Ayu sekarang. Ya, selamat kembali semua. Terima kasih kerana masih stay tune dengan channel Cikgu Yati. Jadi sebelum Cikgu serahkan kelas ini kepada Cikgu Yati, Cikgu akan umumkan nombor digit yang seterusnya, ya. Jadi masa kredit yang seterusnya adalah kosong lagi. Ya, satu lagi kosong. Okey, so kita akan teruskan kelas dengan Madam Yati. Dipersilakan Madam Yati.
Okay, thank you Cikgu Yi. So saya sambung sampai tolak opening capital, then you got the total 12,200. So kita tolak 23,400 tolak 12,000 and you get the profit using comparison method. Okay, this is the financial position. Okay, this is the list and hopefully that you can remember the format of financial position, and this is the list of non-current asset, and this is the list of current asset based on the ending balance. Okay, ingat ya, this is the ending balance. You just take the figure in the question, and you have to prepare the owner's equity. So this is from the question, opening capital plus additional and profit. Just now you have calculate the profit less drawing. So you have to calculate for 1 year and you got the closing capital is 18,600 and you add the total current liability, then the answer equals to owner's equity plus current liability equals to the asset, that is 22,850. So this is the method of calculating profit using comparison method. So you must remember, you are the accountant, you must help the small business to calculate profit or loss. Now you must know how to use the second method. That is the analysis method. Okay, you must make an analysis for the certain account. The first one, you must make an analysis for receivable control or account receivable because you want to find out the credit sales. The second one, you must prepare account payable. You have to calculate credit purchase, account belum bayar, this one account belum terima, nak kira credit sales. Okay, you must know how to calculate because this is part of PSPM question in objective. Okay, you must able to read the data from cash book, the closing balance. You have to calculate the closing balance for cash and bank. And you must know which one is cash receipt and which one is cash payment. And you must able to make an adjustment for expense and revenue, and also you must be able to calculate depreciation for non-current asset. Inilah the item that you have to reconstruct. Reconstruct, that means you have to make an adjustment for the certain account. Okay, let's say that the number one, example one, given in the question. So from the question, normally they will give you the first one, opening balance, so 10,000 for account receivable. The second one, they will give you the closing balance. The third one, the information or the data from cash book. So there are two items from cash book. The first one is cash sales, 400, and it represents the double entry system. And the second one, cash received. That means debit, cash, credit account receivable. So you have to calculate the credit sales. So the first one, you must debit. This is an asset. So the balance brought forward must always record in the debit side. The second one, you must get the information from cash book. So given in the question, 4,200, and this one is the credit side, balance carry forward. So the balance brought forward must always contra to balance carry forward, and this is an asset. The balance brought forward normally record in the debit side. So you must balance the account, the total balance in the debit side and the total balance in the credit side, and you can find out there is should be the missing figure in the debit side. So the balance or the missing figure is credit sales. So total sales, you must calculate total sale equals to cash sale plus credit sales. So 400 given in the cash book and credit sale, just now you calculate 9,200 and you get a total sale, and you need this amount to record in the statement of income. Okay, this is the figure that you have to calculate for account receivable. And this is the second example, account payable. Given in the question, opening balance 4,000, and at the same time it will give you the closing balance. Okay, this one is liability. Kalau opening balance dia mesti in the credit side. And this amount, cash purchase and cash paid, you can find out in the cash book normally. Okay, so there is a missing figure. You must calculate the credit purchase. And this is an adjustment for account payable. First, you must record the balance brought forward or beginning balance. You must record in the credit side because this is liability. And the second one, we make a payment to account payable. So debit account payable credit bank, the amount is 4,200. You got the information from cash book, and this is the data from ending balance. So you just total the debit side with the credit side, and the missing figure from this account is credit purchase. So you must calculate total purchase. So the total purchase, the formula is cash purchase plus credit purchases. And given just now 600, cash purchase plus 7,200, and the total purchase is 7,800. Okay, so this is the missing figure, and you must calculate in order to get the total purchase. And you have to record the total purchase in the statement of income. And this is an adjustment for expenses payable, and this is liability. Salaries payable tu maknanya gaji belum bayar. Gaji belum bayar maknanya kita dah bekerja and the expenses had incurred but we have not paid yet to the employee. So kita berhutang dengan employee. So salaries payable adalah liability. So ataupun expense payable. So the liability, the balance must record in the credit side because this is liabilities. So normally the question will give you the beginning balance, so you must record the credit side, and the ending balance you must record in the debit side. And there is an information from cash book. Normally we pay salary, so debit salaries, credit cash, and you must make an adjustment. The missing figure adalah salaries expense for the current year. Okay, we need this amount to record in the statement of income. So ini amount kita kena masuk dekat statement of income, and the balance carry forward. This is liability, we must record in the financial position. So you are the accountant, you must prepare the financial statement for that small business because they have not enough or they have incomplete record related to expenses. Okay, this one, prepaid insurance, and this is an asset. We have paid extra atau we have paid for the next period, for next current year. So this is an asset. We must record the balance brought forward in the debit side because asset. So this one given in the question, and the credit side, balance CF given in the question. Then cash payment, this is cash payment given in the cash book, and you can find the missing figure is insurance expense. So this amount, we need this amount to record in the statement of income. So ini adjustment for expenses. There are two adjustment, prepaid and also expense payable. Okay, for revenue, kita nak tengok revenue. Okay, this one, revenue, saya tunjukkan there are two example revenue. Satu is asset. Revenue receivable, that means we have received, we have performed the service but we have not received yet. Hasil belum terima. Kita telah pun menyerahkan perkhidmatan ataupun kita telah pun memberi perkhidmatan kepada company, kepada customer, tapi kita belum terima. So duit kita ada dekat customer. So this is an asset. So the balance brought forward, you must always record in the debit side because this is an asset. So dia akan bagi the balance, beginning balance, you have to record in the debit side, and the credit side for balance CF sebab kontra, kita kena kontra lah, tahu kan? Okay, the information from cash book, kita akan terima cash for commission revenue. So the sources from cash book, and the missing figure adalah commission revenue. And we have to record the commission revenue in the statement of income. And for commission revenue receivable is asset, we have to record the balance CF in the financial position. So you are the accountant, you must prepare the financial statement for this, the small business just now, kalau kita buat business dia lah. Okay, unearned revenue. Unearned, it means that belum terperoleh. We have not performed yet, but we have received cash from the customer. So this is liabilities. The balance brought forward should be recorded in the credit side, given in the question, normally, and balance CF, you must record in the debit side, given in the question, and you have to record cash received, that you get the amount from cash book, and the missing figure is service revenue. So you have to record service revenue in the statement of income or income statement, and you have to record the balance CF under unearned service revenue is liability. We must record in the financial position. Okay, I give you the example. Okay, this is the example. Okay, the first one, dia akan bagi kita cash book. You must know how to read the data. So, kita dah belajar topic 3. This debit side sama macam cash receipt journal. Menunjukkan kita terima cash from receivable. We receive cash bank sales, cash sale, and you receive check for sales. This one kita receive check because we make a loan, and we receive commission in terms of cash. So semua debit side represent for cash receipt and check receipt. Sama macam cash receipt journal that you have learned in topic 3. And the credit side, it represents for cash payment journal. You have to pay for purchases with cash and bank. You have to pay for account payable, and you have to pay for drawing cash, and you have to pay for salaries in cash and also in check. Dan juga we have to pay for rent, and we have to pay for insurance. So the credit side, it represents for cash payment and check payment. So you must know how to read the data from cash book. So this one is the first information that you get from the small company. And the second one, you must able to calculate the balance CF for cash and balance CF for bank. So how do you get this amount? So the formula is balance CF equals to balance brought forward. This one is brought forward in the debit side plus all the received in the debit side of the cash book, and you have to deduct the payment in the credit side of cash book. Let's say that you want to calculate cash. So balance PF plus 12,000 plus 1450, and you have to deduct all the amount in the credit side, then you will get balance CF. Okay, we need to calculate this amount for cash and also for bank, because you want to record in the financial position under current asset. So make sure you calculate for cash and banks. Okay, this is the data for assets and liabilities. So this is the second information, and this one is the third information. So the second one, it gives you the list of assets and liabilities at the beginning of the year. So you must be able to identify which one is asset and which one is liabilities. So saya highlightkan the red color. It represents for liabilities. And this one, you must also identify which one is asset and liability samalah. Okay, we need to calculate the opening capital. Okay, so that one is the second information. It gives you the beginning balance, and the third information dia akan bagi you the ending balance of assets and liabilities. Okay, this one, the fourth information, that one we call additional information. So normally the additional information relate to depreciation, drawings, and also bad debts. Okay, Semua ni, the additional information, it represent the double entry system. So you must able to analyze the double entry system. So kalau depreciation, it means that debit, depreciation, credit, accumulated depreciation. Kita dah belajar topik 5, that one ya. Drawing goods, debit drawing and credit purchase. So that one kita dah belajar in topic 3. Account receivable, written off. So we are using write-off method, debit bad debts and credit account receivable. So we have to make an adjustment for this account. And number 4, insurance paid for starting for 1st September sampai the next year. So you have to calculate for 12 months and you have to calculate the current insurance. So the current insurance starting from 1st September sampai 31st December. So there are 4 months incurred for insurance. So that one 4 months represent for insurance expense in the current year. So you have to record prepaid insurance with insurance expense. You have to open the account, then you can see the missing figure is insurance. And you are required to calculate profit or loss for the year and the 31st December 2020. And the second one, you are required to prepare financial position as at 31st December. So you are the accountant, you have made an analysis for the account and you have to prepare the account that relate to asset, liabilities, expenses and revenues. Okay, this is the analysis that you have made and you must get the information from the question. That is, the first one, you got the information in the beginning balance for asset and liabilities. The second one, you got the information about ending balance for list of asset and liabilities. This one you need this balance because you have to record in the financial position. For the beginning balance, we have to prepare opening capital. You have to compare asset and liabilities. Okay, the third one, you must be able to read the data from cash book, the beginning balance of cash and bank, and you have to calculate the ending balance of cash and bank, and you must be able to identify the account that relate to cash receipt and also cash payment. And the last one, you must be able to read the data from additional information. Normally, it relates to depreciation, bad debts, and drawing. So drawing tu normally drawing goods ya. Sebab drawing cash, dia akan record dalam cash book. Okay, this is the step. You have to prepare the step. So bacalah. Okay. Saya kejar masa. This is you have to calculate the sales, purchases, adjustment for expenses, revenue, drawing, depreciation, bad debts. And you have to calculate opening capital. And you have to prepare the statement of income and the financial position. Okay, normally you must prepare this calculation in order because all this amount, we need this amount to record in the financial statement. Okay, this is credit sales. Okay, all the information you get from the question. So what is the missing figure? The missing figure is credit sales. And you have to calculate total sale. Total sale given from cash book, cash sales, plus there are 2 types, cash sales and you receive check. And you have to add credit sale, this amount. Now the total sales is 39,020. The second one, you must calculate account payable. All the data given in the beginning balance, dan dia bagi in the ending balance, and this one from cash book, and the different amount or the missing figure is credit sale, credit purchase, and you have to calculate total purchase given from cash book into cash purchase, and you get the total for purchase, and this amount you must record in the statement of income, and this one you must record in the financial position. So you must able to read the data from account payable and total purchase, and this is the data for commission revenue. So the first one, you get the information from the beginning balance, and you got the information from ending balance, and this one from cash book, and this is an asset. So the missing figure is commission revenue, and we have to record in the statement of income. And you also can calculate using the formula, but I advise you to prepare in terms of account. You can see the debit side and also the credit side. Okay, this is prepaid insurance, and prepaid insurance represent for asset. We have paid more in the next current period. No, not current period, for the next year. Okay, so the beginning balance is 0. This is an asset. So the detail for CF given in the question, and this one from cash book, and you can calculate insurance based on the question, and you must remember from the question it gives you the amount for 1 year starting from September. So you must divide this amount divided by 12 months, and the payment for 1 month is 125, and the current expense for insurance is 500. 125 times 4 months. So you must calculate starting from September, October, November, and December. And this one for 1,000, it represents for prepaid. You have paid for the next year. So you must calculate insurance expense to record in the statement of income. Okay, this one rent payable, and this is the liability. You have to make an adjustment. The balance must be credit side given in the question. This one balance CF from the question, and cash payment, we have paid for rent. You can get the data from cash book, and the missing figure represent for rent expense. So this one rent payable adalah liability. So you must record the balance in the credit side. So this is the working in terms of formula. Okay, this one is the additional information. You can see the additional information using the formula drawing, cash drawing plus inventory drawing. This one, you have to calculate premise and furniture based on the percentage given, and you have to record bad debts. That one, bad debts, we have to record in the statement of income. And this is the calculation for opening capital. Laju je kan? Okay, this is the list of asset, the beginning, and you have to deduct the list of liabilities in the beginning of the year. Then you get the amount for opening capital. Kenapa kita kena kira opening capital? Because we want to record in the financial position. Dalam financial position, we have to calculate closing capital. Tak payah kira closing capital, but we can calculate in the financial position. And this is the statement of income. Okay, as usual, you must remember the format of statement of profit or loss, or sometimes kita panggil statement of comprehensive income. So sales, you must calculate sales just now, credit sales plus cash sales. Kita dah kira just now. Purchase pun kita dah kira, credit purchase plus cash purchase, and you must follow the format for statement of income, and you got kokap, telah, ending inventory. This is cost of goods sold. Then you got the gross profit 25,710. So ini senang lah sebab you must remember the formula. Yang penting, the most difficult thing is you have to make an analysis for asset yang tadi saya tunjukkan, asset, expenses, and revenue dan juga liabilities. Itu yang very difficult. But this one, you just ambil all the information yang kamu telah buat adjustment just now. Okay, this is the format, and you have to deduct all the expenses that you have calculated just now. Adjustment yang kita buat tadi. Adjustment for expenses and wage expense, tak ada adjustment, but we get from cash book. So this one from cash book. Yang ni adjustment. Okay. And bad debts pun from additional information. Dan bila kita deduct, and you get net profit 23,747. Okay. This one, kita ambil daripada mana? Kita ambil the ending balance of asset. There are two types of non-current. Satu premise and satu furniture. Kita dah kira accumulated depreciation. So this one, you just take the figure from the ending balance of the account. So kita dapat total non-current asset and you have to deduct the current asset. So kita ambil from ending balance kecuali cash and bank. You have to calculate for cash and bank. So the total for current asset is 68,570 dan the total asset is 114,137. So semua maklumat ni kita dapat from ending balance kecuali cash and bank. You have to calculate the amount for cash and bank. And this is the amount that you have calculate. Opening capital, kita dah kira. Net profit, we just calculate from statement of income. Drawing pun kita dah kira. Drawing goods and drawing cash. Then you got the total closing capital. And loan from cash book. So you must read the data from cash book. Current liabilities, ending balance. Rent payable, ending balance from the information given. And this is the total for the total, you have to compare the total owner's equity plus liabilities equal to the total asset. So that one refer to accounting equation. Okay, saya nak bagi pop quiz juga. Tak banyak, 2 soalan je. Okay, are you ready for all the students? So this one, pop quiz, you can give your answer in the comment. So the question is, when capital in the beginning is 10,000, so it means that the beginning capital drawing during the year is 6,000 ringgit. Profit made during the year is 2,000 ringgit, and the additional capital introduced ataupun additional capital is 3,000. What is the amount of ending capital? So any student, you can calculate now using your calculator or your handphone, and can you give me the answer in the chat column? Okay, kalau based on, okay, you have to answer based on PSPM, you have to answer the question in the objective. So you must spend 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes to calculate the question. Okay, now dah 1 minit berlalu.
Ya, Cikgu Yati sudah ada jawapannya. Kita ada jawapan dari Eng Chia Yau, jawapan B. Iza Atira, jawapan A. Eng Chia Yin A, Nur Balgis A. Kebanyakan pelajar A. Ada juga
Okey.
yang jawab B. Ya.
Wah, dia juga jawab B.
Haziq
Okey.
A.
Okay, the answer is A. Yes, the answer is A. So, from the question, you have to calculate based on the formula. The formula is any capital equals to opening capital plus additional capital plus net profit and less ROI. Kamu kena ingat this formula. So, this one, dia boleh tanya dalam bentuk objektif. So, the answer is 9,000. So, tahniah to all the student that give the correct answer. Yang salah, never mind. You can try for the second question. So the last one, this is the last question. Okay, this is the information for 2020. Okay, this one relate to account receivable just now. Soalan ni, you have to think higher level sikit, tinggi sikit level dia. Just now basic question, now quite high. The opening balance for account receivable is 40,000. Okay, you have to prepare the account receivable. The total received from customer is 80,000, which 20,000 relate to cash sale. So cash sale ialah 20,000 dan 60,000 relate to receive from receivable. So kamu kena prepare account receivable and the closing balance is, alamak terbagi jawapan pula. Sorry. Sudah terbagi.
Bonus
terbagi
mak.
jawapan.
Bonus mak.
Dia tak nampak pun tu. Dah nampak jawapan. Nampak tak saya kejar masa kan? Okey, jawapan dia. Saya baru nak tanya. Dah ada bagi jawapan ke? Mesti dia dah nampak kot. Okey, bonus mark. Okey nak ni. So,
sudah ada jawapan Cikgu Yati. Iza Atira B, Eng Chia Yin B, Eng Chia B, Erika B, Ramayang B, Fakru Rozi B, Muhammad Rafiz B,
okey.
Adlin B, Ramayang B.
Okey, betul lah tu B. Saya assume dia orang tengah kira. Dia tak tengok. Saya rasa dia orang tak tengok pun saya punya jawapan. Okey, betul lah tu B. Walaupun saya terkeluar, saya dah tertunjuk jawapan kan. Saya excited. Okey, how to calculate? Kita nak kira total sale ya. Total sale ialah credit sale tambah dengan cash sale. So this is the answer. First, you must prepare account receivable and the missing figure ialah credit sale. Dan after that, you have to add cash sales given in the question. So jawapan dia 65,000. So that's all for tonight. Okay, thank you. So saya serahkan kepada moderator.
Terima kasih Cikgu Yati atas perkongsian yang sangat bersahaja dan menarik ini, dan tahniah juga diucapkan kepada semua pelajar yang aktif ya menjawab soalan, dan juga bersama dengan Cikgu Yati dari awal hingga ke saat ini. Jadi sebelum kita mengakhiri kelas ini, Cikgu akan mengumumkan mata kredit yang terakhir untuk hari ini. Mata kredit yang terakhir untuk kelas hari ini adalah 1. Ya, dia adalah 1. Jadi untuk makluman semua, link sijil boleh didapati pada ruangan chat. Sila berikan perhatian kerana link tersebut akan tamat tempohnya dalam masa 30 minit selepas sesi live ini. Jadi pastikan anda menggunakan email yang betul ya, iaitu email IDD, Jawi dan juga MyGuru. Jadi kita mengucapkan terima kasihlah ke atas semua yang telah mengikuti kelas hari ini, dan kini anda boleh download apps AYU di Google Play untuk handphone ataupun untuk laptop anda ya. Jadi ini akan memudahkan anda semua untuk mengikuti kelas tuition AYU di mana juga anda berada. Jadi cuba kita kongsi portal AYU kepada rakan-rakan dan guru-guru di seluruh Malaysia. Dan juga diingatkan bahawa semua kelas online percuma ini boleh ditonton semula melalui link yang disediakan di portal AYU. Semoga kita mendapat manfaat daripada kelas-kelas yang dijalankan. Jadi sekian sahaja untuk malam ini. Terima kasih dan selamat malam kepada semua. Bye-bye.
Wow, banyaknya hadiah menarik menanti anda.
Wah, kini Akademi YouTuber mengambil inisiatif baru di mana memberikan hadiah-hadiah ini secara percuma. Ya, percuma kepada anda semua. Bagaimana caranya? Dengan mengikuti kelas tuition online percuma Akademi YouTuber sambil mengutip mata kredit, anda dapat menukarkannya dengan hadiah-hadiah yang menarik ini. Tunggu apa lagi? Segalanya percuma.
Jangan lepaskan peluang tau. Dah dapat banyak hadiah menarik, takkan nak lepaskan peluang.
Layari www.academyyoutuber.com sekarang untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.